Hi, I'm Robert Oakes, author of the new book Ghosts of the Berkshires, now available online and at many local retailers. And the timing of the book's release really couldn't be any better, because it's ghost season here in the Berkshires. And everywhere you look, you see the signs of Halloween. In the storefront apparitions, and the pumpkins in the fields, and the phantoms high above you in the trees. It's that time of year when the days grow dark and the shadows seem to move, as the veil that separates this world from the hidden world of spirits grows increasingly thin. And as we turn to face the long cold winter to come, we tell ourselves stories about the strange things we imagine all around us in the night. Maybe those stories actually make us less afraid, the way a jack-o'-lantern scares off ghosts on Halloween. If we can be more frightening than the monsters that we fear, maybe then they lose some of their power. But here in the Berkshires, there is a place so dark, no sunlight ever touches it, with resident spirits so vengeful and fierce, they won't be scared off so easily. I'm talking, of course, about one of the most iconic of all Berkshire haunts, the Hoosac Tunnel, also known as the Bloody Pit, a place that has inspired some of the region's most unsettling stories. Built between 1851 and 1875, the Hoosac Tunnel was a marvel of 19th century engineering that allowed trains to pass through the massive Hoosac mountain range in northern Berkshire County, with one opening here in the town of Florida and the other nearly 5 miles to the west in North Adams. The men who did this difficult and dangerous work used pickaxes, drills, nitroglycerin, and sheer grit to cut a hole through the ancient rock. These must have been men of iron. To take on such a daunting task under such hazardous conditions, to show up day after day, even after explosions and collapses began to kill off many of their fellow workmen, and after rumors began to spread of disembodied voices in the rock and strange lights along the passageways. Many seemed to believe these were the ghosts of men they knew, returning to haunt the place where they had lost their lives. After explosive experts Ned Brinkman and Billy Nash were killed by an accidental explosion, and Ringo Kelly, the man responsible, was later found strangled to death, workers believed it was the angry ghosts of Brinkman and Nash who'd killed him, taking their revenge in the very same spot where the fatal explosion had occurred. When another 13 men died in the tunnel's central shaft, workmen and locals alike claimed to see their spirits moving through the trees toward the shaft, and to hear the sound of their agonized cries coming from deep underground. But did the men believe there was also something else in the tunnel? Some malevolent spirit they uncovered as they delved into the mountain? Is this why so many came to call the project cursed? Whatever it may be that haunts the tunnel, its presence has been felt in the years since the project's completion. A local hunter claimed to have been lured through the opening by strange voices, and once inside, he said, he was accosted by entities that left him battered and beaten. In spite of the many grim reports, tourists continue to visit the tunnel every day, drawn near to that dark portal by some strange and mysterious attraction. Peering into that void, we can almost see the faces of those lost workmen. In the cold air that hangs there, we can feel their spirits call to us from just beyond the veil. But are there other entities in the bloody pit we'd be wiser to avoid? Something those workmen themselves may have feared. Some truly dark and dangerous spirits in the heart of the Hoosac Range.